Hello, Gabriel. Today is Tuesday, August 18th of 2020. Today's objective is we are going to read Story 1. Our guiding question is, what is a job interest inventory? Our do now is vocational question of the day. And remember, camera on, mics on mute, and ready to learn. Let's begin. Vocational question of the day. Do you like to be indoors or outdoors? I like to be indoors. What do you like? So today, Gabriel, we are going to be reading story number 1. The title is, What's Your Interest? Follow along as I read. Friends have fun creating nicknames that match their work interests. David, Alexis, Emily, and Hunter sat in math class talking quietly. Mr. Amos was passing out the results of the final exams. Hunter got his test. He was pleased to see he had an A. He waved it about and said, "Who is the man?" "Way to go, Hunter," Alexis said. "You are so good at math. You could teach this class." "Yeah," David said. "Did you ever think about being a math teacher?" "Not really," Hunter answered. "What did the job interest inventory say?" Emily asked. "It had math teacher as a top match," Hunter said. "But my goal is to have a career in law enforcement or safety. I think I will have some chances to use math there. And I know I'll need math away from work." "Can you be in law enforcement and use a wheelchair?" David asked. "Yes," Hunter said. "I've been looking into it. There are quite a few law enforcement jobs that appeal to me that I can do." "Well, they say there is safety in numbers. We're going to call you Officer Hunter," Emily said. "I guess your enforcement job do go with math." David laughed. He looked at Hunter and said, "She's right, officer." Mr. Amos interrupted the group. He said, "Alexis, could you please come up here and look at my computer? I am not sure what I did, but something's wrong." Alexis said, "Sure." She walked up to Mr. Amos' desk and sat down in front of his computer. About 1 minute later, she said, "Mr. Amos, you must have hit the wrong key and it cleared your screen. Everything is fine now, but would you like me to clean your keyboard for you? It's kind of messy and you might have a sticky key." "Sure," Mr. Amos said. Alexis cleaned the keyboard. Then she said, "There you go, Mr. Amos, all set to go. You shouldn't have any more sticky keys." "Thanks, Alexis," Mr. Amos said. "I appreciate both you and your talents." Alexis returned to her friends. Hunter said, "Welcome back, computer wizard. We're going to call you Wizard from now on." "You are so funny," Alexis laughed. "Seriously, Alexis," Emily said, "what did the results of the interest inventory say about your computer skills?" "It listed computer technician as my top match," said. "That works for me. There are several different kinds of technology jobs I think I'd like. As long as I'm working with computers, I think I'll be happy." "Sounds right, Wizard," Emily laughed. "I need to get home and watch my sister and my cousin. I only have to watch them for about 30 minutes. Do you guys want to come to my house?" "Sure," Alexis, David, and Hunter said at once. At Emily's house, Emily sat on the floor playing with the 2 little girls while her friends sat on the couch and chair. After a while, Hunter said to Alexis, "Do you see how good she is with those little girls?" "What do you mean?" Alexis asked. Hunter replied, "Well, if you watch closely, you'll see that she trains, explains, acts, cares, and helps. So let's call her Teach, because that's what she does with little kids. They can't resist her. I see what you mean, Alexis said. She's a natural working with little kids, isn't she? I can hear you, you know, Emily said. And it's not nice to talk about people. Well, Teach, I can hear them too, David said. And I'd have to say they are right. Your teaching is good for kids. What did your interest inventory say about you teaching small children? I bet you can guess, Emily said. Elementary teacher was my top match. I would be happy to teach any grade as long as I'm working with little kids. Emily turned her head and listened. Then she said, I hear my mom pulling in, so I'm about done. We're going to David's swim meet, right? Of course, Hunter said. Great, David said. So, Officer, Wizard, and Teach, let's go. I have to be there in 30 minutes. At the meet, the three friends sat together, watching David warm up. When he finished, he joined them on the bleachers. David left when his freestyle race time got close. The three friends started cheering as soon as David dove off the block. Go, Coach, go, they yelled over and over. When he came in, first in his heat, they cheered. Yay, Coach Big Fish! Why do you call him Coach Big Fish? A fan behind them asked. 3 reasons, Hunter said. He's always encouraging other swimmers. He's the tallest swimmer on the team, and he swims as fast as a fish. Alexis added, and his interest inventory says that he would be a good coach. He's great at explaining how to do things. After the swim meet, the friends waited for David. Then they all left together. As they left, they laughed about how their nicknames would make great jobs for them. Awesome job, Gadiel. So we already finished our story. Next, on next day's lessons, we're going to read story number 2. See you tomorrow.